Hello, friends. It is Monday morning after Gay Pride, New York City. I went in Friday, spent all day Saturday, came home last night. So I'm calling this Facebook Live Gay Pride and Reverence because I had quite the experience. Oh, but I would like to just first make mention that I'm sitting under a Liz Valentine original that she made just for me of colors. She asked me about a bunch of colors that I liked, and so she made that for me. It's so nice to have it hanging over the bed. Oh, and one other, because of Gay Pride, I am wearing my Drag Wars t-shirt. Thank you, Mr. Joey, for giving me that. I did not wear it this weekend, but I saved it for now. Some credit where credit is due. What an intense weekend. This might be a long one, folks, but it's better than vlogging. I don't feel like editing stuff. I laughed till I cried, and I cried till I laughed. It was the full spectrum of emotion. I went into Brooklyn. A dear friend of mine, also named Mark, has a beautiful studio in Brooklyn, 4th floor. Great view, windows all along one side. It was really great. And I drove out there Friday night, and he took me around his neighborhood. And Brooklyn is really hot. Like, it's where he is very industrial, but you can tell, I don't know if it's gentrification necessarily. I'm not getting into all of that, but it was just a really, really wonderful time. And there's a witch shop around the corner from him, practically. Catland Books. That place was intense. I gave him my business card. I would love to teach there. They were pretty cool. Just the vibe of the place. They have stuff there that you cannot find elsewhere or easily online. So definitely check them out if you're in Brooklyn. Went to Maha Rose, which was lovely. I mean, he took me Saturday around. I mean, we walked all day long. We took subways, yes. Yes, the Prince of Witches was on a subway, and I channeled Grace the whole way. I mean, I was just flying high the whole time. It was so much fun going around Brooklyn. Maha Rose we went to, they were very lovely. I loved that space, gave them my card, would love to teach there, as well as we hit every sort of magical, esoteric, metaphysical, whatever we could find on Google Maps, and check that place out for him too, because he's new to the area. He just moved there last year, late in the year. So it was good for him to kind of find. So it was a good adventure. We had a really, really good adventure. Ate really well. Oh my God, we had so much fun. It turned into a pub crawl on Saturday. It just did. Unintentional pub crawl. But when your guide is a Scorpio named Mark, as your same name, chances are you're going to have some drinks. So I Pinot Grigio'd, I Pinot Blanc'd, I even tequilaed. He loves his tequila, and so I margaritaed as well. I mean, we had raw oysters. We had a fucking field day. It was so much fun. But then Sunday, here's the part. Now, if you know me well, you know I'm not terribly tribal. I didn't incarnate to be a joiner. Obvi, you think? So, you know, it's not that I can't belong to tribes. I do. It's just that tribal dictate has always not sat well with me, particularly if the tribe is ruled by the totem of the lemming and they're headed off the edge of a cliff. I tend to veer away. Veer Away. Great drag name. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Miss Veer Away. Anyway. So yeah, I mean, of course it was packed. Of course there were just people everywhere. And, you know, my friend Mark's a Scorpio, I'm a Pisces moon. He understands my sensitivity and my empathic skill and stuff. So he was being really protective, which was great. But, you know, I had every fucking piece of magic jewelry on that I could. I was in a cast circle the whole time. But, you know, not like Fort Knox. Just, you know, to keep out the excess, you know, like let me feel what's there to feel. Well, I mean, it was overwhelming. In the best sense of the word, yes, there were some... I had some body glitter on me that had not started the day on me, because, you know, crowds, people press up against you, and just hilarious people. I mean, everybody pretty much in a good mood, unless someone's foot got stepped on, which happens, symbolically and literally. But then there are a couple of moments that I have to talk about, and this is where the reverence part comes in. Now, I said I'm not tribal. Root chakra is tribal power, right? So, you know, I'm a loner that way. Call it what you want. But I am part of the LGBT tribe. And the grace of the root chakra is reverence, which is the reverence for all of life, right? There's only one life force we are all not connected. We are all one life, not just one soul and all of that, one love, but there's only one life force that flows through all of life, right? So the first wave that hit me, there was this float with people, with the rainbow flags, and the float was bouncing because they were listening to, and good gods, help me say this, Whitney Houston's, "Oh, I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat with somebody. Hey, I want to dance with somebody who loves me." Well, everybody knows the words to that. It felt like thousands of people were singing where we were. It felt like there were thousands of people. Christopher Street, I think we were on. Everybody's bouncing in unison. Even Mark the Scorpio was bouncing. And because we all wanted to dance with somebody, it was like a mass spell. That intention was sent out like a fucking meteor, a shooting star, up straight into the sky. And just, it was like a Dragon Ball Z moment. It was pretty damn cool. And here's the thing about having an empathic skill, Pisces moon, whatever, I'm so empathic. I felt joy. I felt the joy of thousands of people. See, you're looking at a remnant. It's still hanging in here. Oh my God. Oh my God. Tears going down my face now. I'm a witch to my marrow, to my bones, to my boots. I grounded and channeled that into all of life, that joy, that blessing, that reverence for all life, that we all want the same thing. We all want love. Well, we all are love at our core. We all want to experience that. And we all want to dance with somebody who loves us. Fuck, I'm gonna cry. Yeah. Yeah, I should be fun for cycle 1 tonight. We're teaching divination. Oh, fuck. Moon's in Sagittarius. Buckle your seatbelts, witches. This is going to be some class tonight. So yeah, that was it. And then the other moment of divine intervention is the RuPaul's Drag Race float went by. Eureka! You found her! Oh, dear gods, I could die. I could die right at that moment. It's like, okay, has that fulfilled the last of my sacred contracts? Am I done? Is this letting me step off the wheel of reincarnation? Good God, the love, the joy, the screeches. Aquaria was on there. I think Cameron Michaels was on the float. I wasn't close enough and I couldn't really see on my camera. But if you're following me on social media, you check out my stuff on Instagram and Facebook. I Facebooked my face off. I Instagrammed as much as I could. Yet, not many selfies of me. I do have one selfie of me that I did take that I will post later today. And you can see the light coming out of my eyes. You can feel the love. The vibrance. It was so beautiful. We walked all over the place yesterday, so by the time we finally got back to Brooklyn, weary, yet a weight had been lifted. A psychic weight had been lifted. I have the grace of hope and humility, if anything. The hope that somehow there is a highest good manifesting in all of this stuff that we're going through in the world right now, politically and socially and culturally. That somehow, there needs to be a grain of sand in the belly of the oyster to make a pearl of wisdom. And that we're learning and growing from all of the hatred and the hubris. Hubris is the opposite of reverence. Instead of acknowledging and having reverence for all of life, it's hubris. It's mine. I'm better than yours. Or the other side is also true. You are better than me. Better than, less than. It's toxic pride. That's why I don't use the word gay pride. I mean, I do colloquially because I have to, but it's gay reverence. But it's reverence for all of life too. So hubris is like, well, it's a deadly sin. So that's why, if you're a little bit on the darker side of things, know that all this hubris that, better than racism, misogyny, hatred, all of that shit is based on a deadly sin. It is a deadly sin people get possessed by. And they ain't the 7 mildly inconvenient thingies. They're the 7 deadly sins. They're toxic. They're fatal. They'll kill not just people. They will kill relationships, finances, cell tissue, all sorts of shit. So what I walk away from this weekend with is a sense of humility, knowing that I don't know exactly what's going to happen, willing to be shown. The grace of humility, may it always be my shield. But also that grace of hope and that grace of reverence that somehow this is all for our highest good, because the love that I felt, oh my God, all the way around the parade to Washington Square Park, standing at the fountain, to the subways. One last quickie story. We were walking around Saturday, and these two beautiful Nubian women just standing on the road. We were just walking by them. And, you know, that was Saturday, so I wasn't gay prided out. I was more in my witch drag. Well, my New York City witch drag. Can't be all black. It was fucking hot. And this one woman, you could tell maybe she had a drink or two, and she was like, Happy Pride. And I looked at her, I sort of just looked at this and went, Blessed be, and just kept walking. And Mark, my friend, afterwards, he was so in shock that woman just felt so easily to say Happy Pride, not knowing what our situation was. Two guys walking together. We weren't necessarily holding hands at the moment, but I get it. And then it hit me the next day. I was like, because this is liberation. She's liberated. That's what these events are for, not just for the people there. Gay Pride, LGBTQ, they keep adding letters. Please don't get angry at me. I can't keep up with all the letters. Send me a newsletter, an email, text. Let me know what the letters mean again. But it is for everybody. Once one of us becomes liberated, little by little, we all become liberated. It was a beautiful weekend. I hadn't been to Gay Pride New York City in 20 years since I started the company. I gave up a lot to do drawing the circle over these past 20 years. Lovers, a lot of friends that were very close to me I had to let go of just because my path and my time and my focus took me away. Certainly I had to let go of members of my family because if they don't understand, that's okay. But giving up the Gay Pride New York City is something I don't know that I'm going to be able to do again. It was liberating. It was liberating. It was a sacred experience for me. And even though I don't know the names of any of those people who were bouncing to Whitney Houston, damn it, I think I'm tribal a little bit. Fuck. Well, not bad for a Monday. So, I'm teaching tonight, Witchcraft Cycle 1, Divination, fun class, show and tell. Bring your tarot, your runes, your all of that. 7 to 9 p.m. Tomorrow night, I'm teaching the Wise Wealth Workshop, which after this weekend, I got a lot to say about that, and I don't give a shit if anybody shows up. I'm taping it and editing it and putting it out there, because people need to know about wealth and witchcraft and wisdom and all that shit. Wednesday night, I'm teaching my private student Magic, Miracles, and Mysticism, and then, of course, I am available for readings and private sessions the rest of the week and putting together July's calendar. So if anybody wants to teach something at the Silver Broom, drop me a message and we'll set that up. All right. I have to go check on my plants. Oh boy, were my cats pissed when I got home. Oh my God. Cold shoulder until the wet food came out. I can feel your amazing energy. Happy Pride Month. Oh, thank you to Stacy. You're such an ally, a good friend, and an Amazon witch. Blessed be. So wait here. Let's see if he'll grace us. Yes, he will. There he is. The one, the only. Sebastian. Look at that. I mean, if looks could kill, my Cancerian. I love him so much. The moose kittens are bouncing around downstairs. So yeah, I got housework to do. I got paperwork to do. It is first day back at work Monday. So I wish you a blessed week. I think we have Void of Course all day. Tomorrow, Tuesday, into Wednesday, so that will help. Oh, and I'm really, really hoping that my ebook launches this week. It's a web thing. It's written. It's just ready to be published. This web company is taking their time with stuff. Nothing. Goddess, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and my wisdom to step the fuck away from the altar when the black candle is still in the cellophane wrap. That's not who I want to be. That's not reverence for life. That's wrath. That's a different chakra. Anyway, my hair is washed, gelled. I'm in my RuPaul's Drag Race shirt. Have a bell book and candle moment. Over here, honey. Look at the camera. Like a true Cancer. I don't want it. I wish you all a really, really great week. Love you, Liz. I love you all. And wishing you all a really, really blessed week. Reach out if you need me. I may be busy, but if you want something done, give it to a busy witch. Love you. Ciao, bello.